More than 5,000 years ago, at the dawn of Egyptian history, a woman named Meretneith lived. Her name means beloved of the goddess Neith. But who was she? A queen? A regent? Or perhaps the very first female pharaoh? The answer lies buried in the sands of Abydos. In 1900, archaeologist Flinders Petrie excavated the royal necropolis of Abydos. Among the tombs of First Dynasty kings, he found one that did not belong to a king. It was smaller, but located on the same sacred ground. Inside, dozens of wine jars, seals, and a name, Meretneith. But the most shocking detail was not the wine. Around her tomb, archaeologists found 41 subsidiary graves. Servants, courtiers, soldiers, all sacrificed to accompany her to the afterlife. Only pharaohs were granted such honor. So why would a queen receive a king's funeral? Meretneith's name also appears on seals found in the tombs of kings, Den and Jet. That means she was honored not just as a royal wife, but as a ruler in her own right. Some scholars believe she acted as regent for her young son, Den. Others argue she ruled alone. The truth is a ghost. Why is her story so unclear? Because from the First Dynasty, almost no written records survive. Only tombs, pottery shards, and seals. Meretneith's title on her stele is always King's Mother or King's Wife, never King. Yet her burial says otherwise. The stones whisper, but they do not speak clearly. Perhaps Meretneith was the first female pharaoh. Perhaps she only ruled for a few years as regent. But one fact remains. She was buried like a king. Her tomb lies among the tombs of kings. And that single stone fact is all we know for certain. The rest is silence. The debate about Meretneith rests on two types of evidence: her tomb and her seals. The seals are small clay pieces, once used to close jars. They bear her name. But the crucial detail is where those seals were found, not only in her own grave, but also in the graves of two kings. If Meretneith was only a queen consort or a regent, why would her name appear on royal seals buried with the king? One explanation: she was the king's mother, and her name was added out of respect. Another: she ruled after her husband's death, and the seals were her own. The evidence is ambiguous. In 2023, Austrian archaeologists discovered hundreds of wine jars in Meretneith's tomb. Wine in ancient Egypt was a luxury reserved for the elite. The sheer quantity suggests a person of immense wealth and status. But the inscriptions on the jars are too eroded to read. The wine speaks of power, but its words are lost. The subsidiary graves around her tomb, minus 41 in total, are another puzzle. Such mass sacrifices were reserved for kings. No queen of the First Dynasty received this treatment. Yet Meretneith did. Was she a king in all but name? Or did the rules bend for an extraordinary woman? The graves offer no answers. No depiction of Meretneith shows her wearing the double crown of a pharaoh. Her stele only name her as King's Mother. And yet the archaeological context screams king. This contradiction is the essence of her mystery. She stands at the threshold between queen and pharaoh, and we cannot see which side she crossed. Perhaps future excavations will reveal more. The area around Meretneith's tomb is not fully explored. New seals, new inscriptions, maybe even a hidden chamber. For now, she remains a ghost. A queen who might have been a king. A woman buried like a pharaoh. The sand keeps her secret. More than 1,000 years after the mysterious Meretneith, Egypt is flourishing. The Middle Kingdom is at its peak. Pharaoh Amenhotep IV of the 12th dynasty has no son, only a daughter. Her name is Sobekneferu, beauty of the crocodile god Sobek. When the pharaoh dies, she becomes the last hope of a dying dynasty. Unlike Meretneith, Sobekneferu is not a mystery. Her name appears in the Turin King List, the ancient record of pharaohs. The papyrus says she ruled for 3 years, 10 months, and 24 days. This is solid proof. She is the first undisputed female pharaoh in history. Her reign is officially recorded. No guessing. No shadows. Sobekneferu took the full royal titulary. She called herself Ka Sobek Ra, the soul of Sobek and Ra. Her name was written in a cartouche, like any pharaoh. She did not hide her femininity, but she took masculine titles. Lord of the Two Lands, Son of Ra. She was a woman, but she ruled as a king. Her statues show a mix of female and male. In the Louvre, there is a headless statue of Sobekneferu. The body wears the royal men's headcloth, worn only by pharaohs. She wears male garments but female jewelry. She did not imitate men. She created her own image of power, neither fully one nor the other, both. Her reign was short, but she left traces. A graffito at the fortress of Kuma on the Nile records a flood in her 3rd year, a vital event for the whole country. She also built a pyramid at Masjuna. May have been her final resting place, but it was never finished. Stone by stone, her legacy is fading. But her reign marked the end of an era. After her death, the 12th dynasty ended. The golden age of the Middle Kingdom collapsed. A period of chaos followed. Weak kings, civil strife, decline. Sobekneferu was the last ruler of a brilliant dynasty, and the first woman whose crown was confirmed by stone. What do Meretneith and Sobekneferu have in common? Both were buried with royal honors. Both left traces of power, but one is a shadow, the other is carved in stone. Why do we know so little about the earliest female pharaohs? Because history is written by the victors, and the victors were men. Sobekneferu ruled for barely 4 years, yet her name survived. Meretneith may have ruled longer, but her name is nearly erased. That is the difference between myth and reality. Reality is a document. Myth is a tomb that no one can read. One queen has a number of years. The other has only a question. Today, archaeologists continue to search for answers. Meretneith's tomb is not fully excavated. New seals, new inscriptions, maybe even a hidden chamber. Perhaps future finds will rewrite history. Perhaps we will never know. The sand holds its secrets well, and the stones refuse to speak. Someone stands before the statue of Sobekneferu in the Louvre. The stone has been silent for nearly 4,000 years. He looks at her face, female, yet crowned as a king. The question hangs in the air. Why are some women remembered, while others are erased from history? Is it power? Is it proof? Or is it simply chance? 2 women, one a shadow, one a queen. One buried among kings, one recorded in stone. They ruled when women were not supposed to rule. They took power when power was forbidden. And yet, they left marks that cannot be erased. Their stories are not finished, because we are still asking the same questions. The first female pharaohs did not ask for permission. They took the crown. Some were remembered, some were erased. But the stones remember what men tried to forget. And the question they leave for us is simple. If you were a woman in a world of kings, would you dare to reach for the crown? Or would you stay in the shadows?